How's it going, everybody? Welcome in to the Ranger Wrap Up, the best show on the internet for everything going on in the world of Power Rangers. I am Bryce West alongside.
Larry Newbill. What's going on, guys?
And Larry, I can't help that you've got some extra swag with you today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got this bad boy from Toku Collectibles.
Not
Yeah,
sponsored.
it's all the right soldier. Yep, no sponsor. But yeah, they it's all bought and everything, and got this bad boy shipped over here. I got this like a year or 2 years ago, but I just never opened it. I think I showed it off, I think once to my cousin, and now this is the second time I show it off to my crew. So yeah, it's still nice.
There we go.
A
We
real
an
deal.
Illuminerdi exclusive right here. Larry's new
Yes,
Ranger sword.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. They have
Do you remember
they,
how much that was?
this one
Yeah.
I forgot. It's been so long
Well,
ago.
no matter how much it used to be, it's probably like $500 now. So
Yeah, it probably is now. So because it has like the memorial edition from the Ryu Soldier. So this is like, dang, it's clean. This is nice. Pretty
yeah,
good, decent, heavy duty, but it's nice. I like it. I love the
it is really
details.
cool. Yeah,
Love the
it looks
details.
better than the Party City version that I have.
The
So
Party City version. Yeah.
yeah.
And yes, it does lights up, but the battery's not included.
Oh boy,
FYI.
just
But
like the Master Morpher, they never learn.
nope, they never learn. So, what is our today's episode?
All right. Well, we are going to
Put this
be
down.
covering episode 1 of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. We covered the whole season last week, and now we're going to be going week by week. Each of the 10 episodes, going a little bit more in depth, and then this also gives us the chance to talk about some of the other Power Rangers news going on in the world. Whenever they're finally is some. Today we do actually have some, but real quick, checking in on the chat. We got JD, Mariba, and Kevin coming in. What's up, everybody? Glad to see you all here today.
JD.
Kevin asks, does the jaw open up on your Ryu Soldier? And it does, right?
Uh, yep, it does.
That's pretty cool.
Yep,
And then
it
you can
does.
put the what are they're not like batter or the keys
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. They're with the
Yeah,
keys. Yeah, and then in the closet. Yep,
that's pretty
cross
cool.
open up. So, yep, pretty cool. No worries.
Alrighty.
Hey, I'll just show it off the once I funded the with some batteries.
Yeah. What batteries does it take?
Probably like a triple A or a double A. The normally what was it? Like a double A or a triple A maybe
Yeah.
normally,
Alrighty.
but yeah.
Well, let's get started into today's episode review. We're going over episode 1 once again. I have a feeling these episodes will become a little less redundant whenever we're not, you know, talking about an episode we just talked about the week before. Obviously, since this is just episode 1, this is just kind of how this is going to work. But yeah, back into episode 1 where we come in to planet Zordina, and we have this really amazing opening sequence. I believe we have a photo of it, where it's the Morphin Master swooping in. We got Lord Zed, the Rangers are
It really did.
which is kind of interesting. So I believe Shay, it looks like we're having an audio problem. All right. Should we keep talking
Uh-oh.
or? All right, keep talking. All right. Well, and
Mm,
so but it's really cool to see this sort of almost cinematic effort put into Power Rangers, because this is not. It's not. We don't usually get really huge, big scope scenes like this. We got something similar in the season 2, Dino Fury season 2 finale, and we're cutting right
Uh-huh.
back into Cosmic Fury with this huge, grand opening.
Right, which is pretty awesome. I feel like that they're going out with the bank, and then just right off the bat, it's like everything, getting everything, lightning,
Yeah.
explosives, just Morphin Masters is flying all over the
Yeah.
place, and they're just going at each
Right. Yeah.
other, which is
and
pretty
and we get
awesome.
to see,
It is a thing of beauty.
yes, and we get to see more of Zato in the white Ghost Ranger costume. Are we able to have images, or are we still working on that? So we do have an image of Ghost Ranger in Ion. I think we're having some technical difficulties with that, so we might be able to put it up later. I don't know. Um, but yeah, so it's really cool. I do like Zato's Ghost Ranger costume. I wish they would have made
Hmm.
the helmet white along with the rest of the suit. It seems like that was a time constraint slash budgetary issue, is what I've heard online.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the would have been. Oh, okay. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's just a see him in all white, but yeah, the like you said, it would have been cool if it has like a white helmet, but with the
Yeah.
red visor,
Yes,
with the
yeah,
red
that would have been really
visor.
cool. Can we get it? Can we
Yeah,
get
that
that
would be
photo
awesome.
put up of Zato and Ion fighting together? Because we have that Red Ranger helmet, but it just looks really weird with like the rest of the the issues that they had with that,
Mhm.
as well as with Hasbro not wanting Zato to be a White Ranger for some reason. So that's really weird. Um,
Yeah,
but
they're really very, very weird, but hey, it is what it is. So that is just to
yeah,
keep the show
so
going.
but yeah, we get to see that, and then Billy and Mick, Mick from Ninja Steel, shows up completely out of nowhere. We don't really know what they were doing together, and how they knew to come here, and that never really does get explained. According to Simon Bennett, this is kind of uh, they were supposed to be looking for Zordon, and they just happened to stumble upon this battle. That's at least what I've gathered from the various interviews that he's done with other people since the premiere. So I really wish that was explained a little better, because especially once you get to the end of the season, things really start to really not make too much sense, and timeline wise, especially in conjunction with Once and Always, the special that premiered a few months before this.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, Larry, what are your thoughts on this? Do you wish that we would have gotten a little more? Hey, this is what Billy and Mick are doing here.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree. I kind of wish we would have had more information to like down in the deep it on how those two stumble upon each other. Maybe Billy just stopped by at the Lions the planet just to
Yeah,
visit him,
yeah,
or make maybe came over to the Equator or Earth just to visit him. So who
yeah,
knows? But maybe in the future, maybe that we could have Simon to come on by and we could give him the interview to just explain a little bit more about how those two stumble upon um,
yeah.
each other. So
But
it would be
then,
cool if it just happened. Maybe in the
yeah, and
future.
then pretty much back to back to back, Zato goes missing through a portal. The Morphin Masters are put into a tube. Ollie's turned evil, and then Mick gets his powers back. And then like this is all within, I think, like just within like a 4 to 5 minute
Yeah, like
time
boom, boom,
span.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
It's
we
just
we are just go 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 go, and no pun intended. And so it's really, I don't know. It's just the pacing this episode is so off. And again, I acknowledge and sympathize with the fact that they only got 10 episodes. They wanted to have more. They weren't given more. And so
Right.
I don't think this is the fault of production or the writers. This is definitely a Hasbro issue. But this premiere is just all over the place, and not in the good ways. um, yeah.
They kind of
But
rushed it on the first premiere
yes.
episode. That they
Well,
used to
and then
rush
we cut
everything.
straight we end Dino Fury season 2 with Zato Ghost Ranger showing up out of nowhere,
Uh-huh.
and then he's like, "Oh, hey, Lord Zed's back. We gotta go."
I know they're like,
and then
dang
and then we
already.
come to Cosmic Fury, and we cut straight to the planet. We don't know how they got there. What was the process of them getting there? And then we cut to them literally like mid battle. It's like I really wish we could have gotten to see a little bit of the in between there. Again, I know they only had 10 episodes to work with, but the rest of the episodes don't really have these same pacing issues. Uh,
No.
so I really wish they would have maybe spread this out a little bit more into episode 2, um, because episode 2 I felt like they had a little more wiggle room to work with. Um, but yeah, and then
Yeah,
and
it could
then
have been like a
so
two-parter.
yeah, and then but Mick and Billy are there to help the team. I believe we have a full team shot there, of Billy, Mick, and the Dino Fury Rangers.
Mhm.
So it's really cool to see Mick back as a Ranger. I mean, we only got to see him
That's a Ninja
as the Red
Steel.
Ranger in one episode of Ninja Steel. So it's really
Hmm.
cool to see him not only with the Rangers in this episode, but he's a recurring character throughout the whole season. So we get to see um, him as Ninja Steel Red throughout the whole series, and eventually we even get to see him do the morph thing with the shuriken. Um, and so I really loved seeing Mick as the Red Ranger here.
Right. Well, it's just pretty awesome. Yeah, the when he said, I think he's talking to the red, the Morphin Masters with the situations. It's all like, man, the things started getting out of the hand, and then the Morphin Master said, yep,
Yeah,
you're
great.
right.
Here's your
But
powers.
so yep, so if they hear, they hear sure the ninja still the power's back. So there you
Yeah,
go. He
and
just jumped into battle.
I do wish that
That's
the
it.
Ninja Nexus Prism in some way, because at the end of Dino
Oh yeah.
Fury, well, at the end of his appearance in Dino Fury, he went off to go back and look for the Ninja Nexus Prism, and so we never really got
Uh-huh.
any resolve on that because he never finds it in Cosmic
Yeah.
Fury. So I
I
really
mean,
wish that he would have maybe found the Ninja Nexus Prism on Zordina, and then that's how he got his powers back, instead of
it
it
could
just
be
being,
anywhere.
because I mean the Morphin Masters throughout this whole thing, Dino Fury, Cosmic Fury, all of it, the Morphin Masters were really just the get out of jail free card for the Rangers. Um, and I
Right.
and I don't really feel like they needed one here. I feel like they were building up to him finding the Ninja Nexus Prism again, which is the source of the Ninja Steel powers, and I feel like that would have been a much better way for Mick, for Mick, to have gotten his powers back.
Right. I mean, the prism could be anywhere.
Yeah.
The head
Well,
could
that's why he left
randomly just
Earth.
show up
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah, he left
I mean,
Earth to
hell,
go find it on another planet. So unless I'm
it could.
misremembering here, but yeah, I
I
thought that was a
mean,
little odd in the way they gave Mick's powers back, but I do still really love that he just got his powers back. Just to see Kelton
yeah,
Henderson
definitely.
as a Ranger is especially in the final season, is just
It's
great to
amazing.
see. He gets to team up with Billy a
Oh
lot,
yeah.
so I thought that was
Which
really
is
cool.
pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And it's like, all right, and the suit still fits. It still
Yeah.
fits.
So
It's-
eventually the Rangers are like, all right, we need Zords. Because the Dino Fury
you're right.
Zords were destroyed. And
Mhm.
conveniently, there's a little statue in on Zordina that just happens to have 11 Zords ready to go for them.
Right.
I thought that was a little interesting. And again, with the pacing, it's just very quick. We got to go, 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 go. Like they just happen to get lucky, and there just happened to be this Zord statue that could give them Zords or whatever. I mean, I know the planet is called Zordina, so I feel like that's definitely self-explanatory. There's probably going to be Zords there, but still, I just
Sorcerer,
thought a
shoot, there
little
might
little
be others.
convenient, you know.
Mhm. I
But
mean, I mean, it's Ordina, the heck of a name of the
yeah,
planet. I mean, there might be the other lost Zords. No,
yeah.
the other Zords that they might be up and going. That
Well,
they
hey,
must enjoying their retirement.
if the show ever comes back, season 31, they'll go back and then find another statue, and then that's where they'll put
Right,
their other Zords.
right.
The statue has this hole that they need to put something into to activate it. So Javi takes Zato's Morphin Master staff. Yeah, I know it's really weird. He takes Zato's Morphin Master staff that he left behind, puts it
Hmm.
into the opening, I guess. And then this magic blasts out from it, and then it takes off Javi's arm, which we have an image of. Our producer is he doesn't know anything about Power Rangers. He thinks this is very entertaining. I wish you could see his
He was
face.
like, "Yeah."
But yeah. So the magic takes off his arm, which is fairly violent for Power Rangers.
Yeah. Look at the Netflix, y'all. Netflix Power
Yeah,
Rangers.
it's Netflix now. We can get away with some things.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, this is it was a very dark scene, very emotional scene. Everybody did a really great job in terms of their performances with it. I mean, Chance Perez did a really good job, portraying like, his loss with his arm. And then Billy kind of was really able to step in and go like, oh my God, he's going into shock. We need to,
Mhm.
cover up his arm or whatever. And I really liked David Yost's performance there too.
Welcome back.
Overall, I thought, for as dark of a scene it is, I thought it was portrayed incredibly well.
Yeah, the chef's kiss. It's a little like perfect. It's like, dang, that this never happened to be before in the Power Rangers Dome. But now that this is like the first actually seeing someone get decapitated or to
Yeah.
lose an arm,
Well, yeah. The decapitated
or
with the head, but
my
yeah.
bad. The
Amputated.
amputated.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
But
Sorry, guys.
yeah, very very intense scene for Power Rangers. But yeah,
Crazy.
they're able to get into the Zords. We get to see Billy back in a blue wolf Zord, which is pretty cool. We got a
I like
photo of
cool
that, I believe.
reference. Having like a
Yeah,
reference.
so that
And the
was really
jetty.
neat. Overall, I think the Megazord, I think it looks good. I mean, obviously the Megazord is Sentai footage,
Hmm.
and it comes from Q Ranger, which I think the Megazord itself looks cool. We got a photo of that too.
Hmm.
But once we start getting into the other episodes, and of course we'll talk about this more in future editions of the Ranger wrap up. But it becomes increasingly obvious that the Rangers piloting each Zord is going to be completely random. They did not even really try to to give it some sort of sequence or organization or anything. It's just like, all right, this is just what we're working with, uh, you know, which is fine, but it's still like kind of like, okay, I wish Ion just like, okay, Ion has the yellow and gold sword, Billy has the blue wolf and then the bear. I like that they gave Mick the pink sword. I thought that was cool because we don't want this season doesn't have a pink ranger. You know,
Which is very, very weird.
yeah, it's been
Very
a
weird.
while. I think Ninja Steel was the last time.
And Ninja Steel was the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's all I believe it's the first time ever that there's been no pink and no yellow.
That's a first.
Yeah,
So
this color scheme, this team's color scheme is really, really weird. I mean, we'll get into that once we start meeting some of the other Rangers or re-meeting some of the other Rangers, because we only start off with four, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, so now Amelia is like, because her boyfriend has just been turned evil and is now working for Lord Zed, but she goes onto one of Lord Zed's ships to try to get Ollie to come back. Ollie is still evil, however, they are able to get him off of Lord Zed's ship and into their base back on Earth. And back on Earth, they meet up with Tarek, Ollie's mom, and Pop Pop,
pop pop.
and so they're in the base. They're trying to figure out how to turn Ollie back to good again. Since this has already happened before with him and Lord Zed, they're thinking that maybe they can just do the same thing to turn him back to good. It's not working. And then Billy is also trying to figure out. Billy and Solon are trying to figure out what they're going to do about Javi's arm. Um, we mentioned this the last week, but Izzy was very concerned about Javi's guitar playing ability. now that his arm
Let's
is
play his
gone.
guitar.
It's like,
Yep.
yeah,
Let's
right.
play his
I just thought that was
guitar.
so weird. I mean, I know it's still like a kids show, and I feel like they were maybe trying to make it not seem like as serious of a situation. But having Izzy after her brother just lost his arm, going like, "How is he gonna play guitar?" just seemed
Guitar.
really weird to me. Like, it's just like they have so many more crazy important issues that they're having to deal with, and like I get that it eventually became a part of his arc, him learning how to use his new arm, and because music has always been a huge part of his character, and so I get that was a
Mhm.
part of the arc that he went through this season. But that line itself, it's so out of pocket for me. It was just like that's
He's
probably
just
like the last thing we need to focus on right now is him playing guitar. Um,
that's too funny.
like maybe be a little more concerned that he just lost his arm and like all the other things that could mean. Like they didn't even know that they were going to be able to make a prosthetic yet. I think I can't remember.
Which it looks pretty cool, by
Oh
the
yeah,
way.
his
I
prosthetic.
love
I
that
can't
arm.
remember if it was
Yeah, it was
at the end of this episode that they revealed it. But his prosthetic was really cool.
really cool.
The design for it, and
I
especially
think it's
whenever.
on this. I think
Go
it's
ahead.
on the second the second the episode, the next episode.
Yeah, it's
We'll
really
make his
hard
arms.
because because I mean most of us watched all 10 episodes back to back to back, so they kind of like blend
Yeah.
together. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. So overall, I've kind of said my thoughts already about the episode as a whole, but super incredibly rushed. They needed way more time with this. They probably
hmm
needed to spread this out into a two-parter. They weren't able to. That seems like that was a Hasbro mandate. So it is what it is, but the episode really suffered, and I definitely think this was a fairly weak open to otherwise a fairly a pretty good season.
Yeah, so far the pretty good season. I totally agree with you. And yeah, the like you said, the episode they rushed it. It seems like they just trying to cram to all in one the episodes with the war and everything. And yeah, the lots of situations that happened in the first episode. And
Yeah.
plus, on the evil side, that we never mentioned on the evil side, like the villain side, that we got introduced to the couple of new monsters, the
Oh
new
yeah.
villains that's going to be in for the season,
Yeah.
and what was their names again? Those
Oh my gosh.
octopus.
Yeah, I keep forgetting I'm gonna
They
look it
were
up. Keep
funny,
talking, but I'll keep talking about them and I'll look it up.
but
But
but the daughter that cracks me up. She's
yeah, the
just a young
Snapchat,
teenager.
TikTok,
Yeah, the
social media
TikTokers, pretty
monster.
much social media monster. Which she's funny.
Bagilia and Squilia. We totally botched their
But
names
Julie,
last week. So
yeah,
that was
but Julie,
totally not what we were calling them last week, but that's okay. Um, but yeah,
but
Bagilia and Squilia. So, but
Squilia
yeah, kind of
is
interesting.
the young one, right?
I
She's a
believe
teenager.
so.
or there
I'm
was
pretty
my,
sure. I'm pretty sure.
I
Yeah.
don't remember,
And then
but
Scrozzle's back too. I can't remember if
yeah,
he
Scrooge is back.
appears in this episode or the next one, but Scrozzle is back for the whole season, which is
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah. The Scrosso came back in this episode at the very end when he captured all six of the Master
Oh,
Morphers.
okay, yeah.
The Master Morphers. That's I do remember. Even though that they're all grabbing the Lord Zed to like a cold beverage during them in the middle of the war
Yeah,
zone.
I love Lord Zed's characterization in this. He's played by, oh man, I'm gonna botch his last name. Fred. Fred. He voices in like a million different things. Fred Tatasciore or whatever. I'm so sorry. And he's a super famous voice actor, and I completely botched his last name. But yeah, they got him to play Lord Zed, which is pretty cool. They got
Oh,
a
the
pretty
Morphin
big name.
Masters. My bad, Pikachu. It's been a long day. I always
Yeah.
get those miss the Master
Yeah, no, I
Morphers,
get it.
but the Morphin Masters. My bad, the Morphin Masters. That's right.
But Lord Zed,
I'm
they got a
messing up.
pretty big name to play him. So I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Should we to make a pool for the viewers who thinks this the voice the actor who did Lord Zed for this season uh which he's a good
Yeah, sure.
placement
We'll make a poll here. So
or yeah, we should make a
we're
pool.
gonna make a poll here, everybody. Let us know your thoughts on Lord Zed's new voice actor, because this is a different person than who voiced him in Dino Fury. We'll get that up here soon. But first things first here, before we move on, Thomas Franco with the
Super
$5
chat.
super chat.
Super chat.
Hey guys, just popping in and out of the stream. I'm at work right now. Well, Thomas, thank you so much for your super chat and your support to the show. It was greatly appreciated, and I hope you're having a good day at work.
Yeah, don't
So
work too
let's catch
hard.
up. Let's catch up on the chat here. Don Ranger Power says hello, Bryce, Larry, and all. Hope everything is coolio. Don Ranger Power. Everything is coolio here at Illuminerdi Productions.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you so
cool
much.
to so far
Uh,
to wish you all being
thank
here.
you so
Thank you
much
guys.
for your chat here.
Yeah.
Moriba says, I can't believe Hasbro thought Zato being the White Ranger would be problematic. Yeah, Hasbro were a bunch of clowns because they were afraid that people would think Zato being the White Ranger would be racist because I guess having a black man be called the White Ranger, they thought it was racist. But instead, they basically made the Ranger color his skin color, which to me seems even more racist. Like that seems like so much worse than if they just had made him the White Ranger. So, Larry, what are your thoughts on that? I think that's pretty silly.
I agree.
Yeah,
What the hell is wrong
yeah.
with Hasbro on that situation
Yeah.
like this?
To
I'm
me,
just down here
Hasbro
just shaking my head.
fumbled the ball on that one because that is just ridiculous. I mean, they basically made the Ranger color his exact skin tone, and I feel like that's just that's so much worse. And I don't think well in Ninja Steel they had a black woman as the White Ranger then. And so yeah, that or at least a person of color. I don't know her exact race, but yeah, I mean, still, like that's just that was so silly. Moriba says I would have loved an explanation for SPA. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely missed
I
the
do
mark on that
agree.
one.
Yeah,
Let's
they sure
see.
missed the mark on that one. I'll tell you that right now.
Pikachu Master. Sorry, we're still working on that poll.
Oh,
What are your thoughts on Lord Zed's new voice actor in Cosmic Fury? Do you love him? Do you hate him? Let us know. And then we should hopefully be getting that up
he
here
did
soon.
great. That's
But
the my opinion. He did an
yeah,
excellent
I thought
job.
the voice was really well done. Pikachu Master says the Cosmic Fury Megazord looks cool. I agree.
Hmm.
I think it worked fairly well with the rest of the season. And so yeah, I think that's pretty cool. He also says correction: Ninja Storm didn't have a pink. Ninja Steel did have a pink. So yeah, earlier we said that Ninja Steel didn't have a pink, but actually we were wrong. They did have a pink Ranger. I got confused because of the White Ranger, and usually if there's a White Ranger, there's not also a Pink Ranger, but that season actually did have both. So yeah, that was so. Then when was the last time? I think the last time they didn't have a Pink Ranger was RPM.
RPM. Yeah, that's right. Because they only had red, yellow, blue, green, black, gold, and silver.
Yeah. So let's see. All right, and then he Pikachu Master says, "I literally watched all 10 episodes after watching the last 11 episodes of Dino Fury the day before." Yeah, that's probably, I think that's
Yeah.
what most of us did. So I mean, because I mean, otherwise you're just gonna go on Twitter and get spoiled. So
The kids get spoiled.
yeah, and honestly, it was quite fun to do. So let's see here. Pikachu Master once again says, "I would have preferred Zato to be a Purple Ranger with the cape." Honestly, I agree.
I think.
Since they ended up giving Zato the purple Dragon Sword, I think having Zato
Yeah.
be the Purple Ranger would have been really cool, and it would have been a
Oh
cool
yeah.
inverse with him because Void Knight was sort of a Purple Ranger and how their powers were connected. I thought that I think that would have been really cool to have him become the Purple Ranger there. And somebody made an edit online that recolored him as the Purple Ranger, and I thought it looked really good, especially in the purple Zord.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, I thought that would have been pretty cool,
It would have been very very
better
perfect.
than what they
Perfect.
ended up doing. So, um,
Right.
but yeah, so now we're gonna be changing topics a little bit here today. So that pretty much concludes our discussion on Power Rangers Cosmic Fury Episode 1. We will be continuing our Cosmic Fury discussion week by week. Next week we will be discussing Episode 2, which is going to be
Mhm.
pretty epic. But yeah, so now we're going to be moving on into some rumors about the Power Rangers reboot. So, Larry, have you heard anything about this?
Yeah. I randomly heard it through Twitter.
Yeah, this was reported by Jin Saku,
Yeah, the
famed
Jinsaku.
Power Rangers leaker. Uh, so,
Shout out to Jinsaku.
so
So what up, Jin?
I'm gonna kind of go through what Jin reported, and then I'm gonna kind of go through what I've heard personally, and we'll kind of compare notes here. Spoilers. Most of it actually does fall in line with what I have heard, just with some minor differences. Um, so he says that now that the writer's strike is over, um, uh, they're going to be moving into continuing the reboot immediately.
Reboot.
Yeah, the reboot, the reboot immediately. Um, and so he's saying that the movie that was announced to be in development is now being retweaked to be become just the first 2 episodes of the series. So it looks like
Mm,
we potentially might not be getting a movie anymore. We'll just be getting the new rebooted show, which is kind of
show.
interesting.
Yeah,
Excuse
yeah,
me.
that's definitely interesting.
Yeah, he's saying the roster there's going to be a female Red, the Green Ranger, which is going to be the leader. There's going to be an LGBTQ male Ranger, either blue or yellow. Um, and the overall colors are green, red, blue, yellow, pink. He said they were originally going to just use the MMPR Core 5 colors, but then it got switched to make the Black Ranger got switched to be the Green Ranger, so they could have the Green Ranger
Mhm.
be the leader and the focus of the show, similar to Tommy. And in fact, the Green Ranger might be an alternate universe version of Tommy. Uh, so that might be interesting. And then next year is still going to be a hiatus for the show, but he says that there could be some filming and casting news. And he also lastly says that there's a chance that E1, the production company in charge of Power Rangers, Dino Fury through Cosmic Fury, might still be involved due to contract obligations, even though Hasbro just sold off E1. Um, and Lionsgate might be involved, but might not be involved due to the weird legality of all that. But just right off the bat, before we go super in depth into things, Larry, what are your thoughts on everything that's been leaked so far?
I mean, that I like their suits. Their
Well,
suits looks are
those
pretty
aren't.
cool.
That's just a mock-up. I don't.
No,
Those
it's
aren't
just
the
my
real
cup.
suits. Yeah, it's all
But
good. Yeah, I think
I
that's
mean,
just
it's
some
just the
image
looks
that.
of the mock-up. It looks good though. I like their
Yeah,
helmets on the mock-ups, and
yeah.
then and
I think that was a fan art or
the fan
whatever.
art, all the fan art.
But.
Darn, dang. Okay, well, scratch that then.
Well, hey Hasbro, they got some really cool fan art out there. You might want to take some notes.
Yeah, book it. Yeah, book it. But so they're going back to the old school to where all the started colors from like Go 5 from Super Sentai. Blue,
Yeah.
pink, yellow, green, and red. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's very fitting. It's very fitting. So very fitting.
Yeah,
Just
and what are your thoughts on them making green the leader?
it's interesting. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
I definitely
Since
think that is a reaction to the passing of Jason David Frank. I think a lot of this is going to be paying tribute to him, um,
that
especially if
copper
this
go
character
hard.
is actually Tommy.
Mhm.
I think that's definitely what they're going to be going for with that. But yeah, so I think it is quite interesting. The only thing that I have heard that is different from what Jinsaku reported was that they're not back writing yet. The
Mm.
writers are standing in solidarity with the SAG union members that are still on strike. But that's really the only differing piece of information that I heard was that they haven't started back up on it yet. Um, Otherwise than that, pretty much everything that Jin said is stuff that I have also heard,
Mhm.
and other members of the Illuminerdi have also been told. So yeah, this looks like this could be true. Again, this reboot has changed
So many times.
constantly for throughout the past 3 years.
Right.
So I think it's very possible that it could change again. But as of right now, this is the information that I am being told as well. So and hopefully. If they can get the ball rolling here, then maybe we can have something by 2025. I definitely don't think 2024 is in the cards at all.
Right.
I think there's just absolutely no way,
Mhm.
especially since they're not even planning on releasing toys really that much in 2024. Um, but yeah, pretty much that lines up with a lot of what I've heard. And then maybe around 2025, if we're unlucky, maybe 2026 is whenever we might be able to finally see something with this, if they're able to keep it going and keep development moving forward. And there's no more bumps in the road like we've been getting for the past few years. Because Simon Bennett confirmed it himself. Dino Fury was only supposed to be one season, and then they kept
Right.
having trouble with the reboot, and that's why we got Dino Fury season 2 and Cosmic Fury. So there I don't know, there might be more bumps in the road down the way. Obviously this writers and actors strike has delayed things a lot. So I definitely don't want to promise anything, but I think 2025 to 2026 is around the same time uh, that we can expect to see something from the reboot. So
Yeah, the we will see. It's just a rumor still, even though it's just from me or rumors and all that. They might change up a lot of things too.
yeah, there's still a lot of time.
Yeah, it's yeah, they have plenty of time, so they don't need to rush it and everything.
Yeah,
It's just that there's just a lot of talks and
I don't think it's fully written yet at all.
no, it's not. So
So again, I mean, like all these rewrites and changes are bound to happen.
yeah,
So
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 many
we'll see. This
changes.
is this is where it's at right now. But we'll keep you posted if anything changes. Um,
Right.
Pikachu Master Reboot cast reveal at PMC 2024. That could we could have a
Good.
cast reveal by then. Definitely not a show. But I think a cast reveal could be possible. I don't think they would be revealed at Power Morphicon though, because Power Morphicon isn't really officially connected to the brand anymore. It's just a fan convention now. Whenever Saban owned Power Rangers, they made it the official convention. But now Hasbro doesn't really work with Power Morphicon anymore. So I don't know if they would do a cast reveal at Power Morphicon. Also, since this reboot, they're trying to make it pretty mainstream. I would expect them to do a cast reveal. If they were to do a live cast reveal, I would expect them to do it somewhere like San Diego Comic-Con. If they were to reveal it at a
Right.
convention, because I mean, this is the Hasbro is trying to make this their Transformers reboot. They're trying to make Power Rangers a household name, just like Iron Man, Spider-Man, these other superheroes. So I don't think that they're gonna reveal this big reboot cast at a fan convention. Still love Power Morphicon, by the way. I'm planning on going at 2024, but I just don't know if
Yep. Same here.
I just don't know if Hasbro would be willing to play ball with them. Unfortunately, I think it'd be great, but I just don't think I just don't think that'd be on the cards, unfortunately. But yeah, it's interesting. That's pretty much all we know. So there's not a whole ton to talk about. But
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I'm excited to hear more about it. I'm really interested in hearing more about the Green Ranger leader kind of thing that they got going on. But lastly, to close out the show here today, we're going to be talking about a brand new comic book that has been released in the Power Rangers universe, Ranger Academy. So we got an early copy of issue 1. It's already out. So
Mhm.
so just with the timeline of the show. We were this isn't an early review, but you can go to the comic book store now to so no,
Right
it's been
for
out for a
months.
week. Where I'm getting some flack from our producer, and he's you can't hear him, but it's only been out for a few days. But we're reviewing it here today, just with the timeline of the show. This is just kind of how things worked out. But overall, I thought it was a pretty decent first issue. We get to meet some of the characters. Um, I think they've got a really cool story going on here. It's not like anything Power Rangers has done before. It feels very, very different, but in like a new, fresh kind of way. I'm excited to see more of the actual school, like the Ranger Academy, because we didn't really get to see that until the very end of the issue. But overall, I think it's a really cool idea to have this Power Rangers Academy that people can go to across space and time. It was some of the former Rangers that we've seen, such as Merrick, Leo, their instructors at this Ranger Academy.
It was pretty cool.
So yeah, we're getting to see some familiar faces there. Um, and honestly, it makes sense. The Power Rangers in this universe has been around for a very long time. You would think that there would be some sort of community for all of them, and I think it's really cool to see that. This book also features a lot of representation, which I think is really cool. Power Rangers has always been about representation, so I think it's really cool to see it tenfold in this new series. All I like all the new characters so far. They seem to be fairly interesting. It feels
Right?
almost like Power Rangers meets Harry Potter, kind of, with like the schools and the classes, like like the you're in the Red Ranger Academy, or you're in the Yellow Ranger Academy. So I think it's cool how distributed to them, sort of. Yeah, Boom Studios also released a quiz that you could take, to where you could figure out what color school you would be in, which I thought was pretty cool. I ended up in the yellow one. Larry, you ended up in red. Is that right?
Yeah, the red day, if I remember and know that. I think they have the link of the quiz. So should I just
Yeah,
put the
if you could
link
leave a
in the
link to
chat?
the quiz
Oh
in the
yeah.
chat, that would be cool. So y'all
All right,
can
let me get
figure
it.
out what Power Ranger color you would be, and then let us know in the
There it
chat.
is.
I'd love to hear it. But yeah, so far, I think Ranger Academy is a really cool. Um,
Whoops, sorry.
what?
That's the wrong one.
Oh, whoops. You might
Whoops,
want to
said that's the
delete that.
wrong
That's
one.
our team's channel. But,
Yeah, that's my bad.
but
Remove that. Whoopsies. That won't let you give you the
but
right one. Okay.
whoopsie daisy. I don't think they would be able
There
to
we go.
access anything. But
No. There we go.
but
There you go. Fixed it.
but I think it's
There
a
you go.
really cool brand new addition to the Power Rangers comic multiverse. It's something very new, something very different. So I think it might throw some people off right off the bat, but overall, I think it's a pretty cool addition to the Power Rangers mythos. I honestly, this would make a great animated series.
I agree. That should be definitely be the anime series because the Power Rangers Academy that a lot of people will be down to jump on
Yeah.
because it's really cool just to see all the returning former Rangers to being as instructor. The you said Merrick
Merrick, yeah.
yeah, I was like, so that's where Merrick ended
Yeah.
up going with the long walk journey. The lone wolf just got him a
Yeah,
job, didn't
and I think
he?
in an animated project, it would be a lot easier to get these Rangers back because I mean they would only have to be coming in to do ADR or voice work, and even then, if you're not able to get them to return, you could still just have them be voiced by someone else. In animation, I feel like it would be a lot easier to just animate these Rangers in and just get somebody to voice them. Hopefully, and preferably, it would be the original actor. But if not, I mean, they would just get somebody else to play the role. Because I mean, you it's just drawn. you know,
Right, right.
so it doesn't have to be the same physical performance. So
Pick it up,
no, I
Netflix, or pick it up.
yeah, Netflix,
Make it
come
happen.
on. I mean, y'all have a really good idea here. Boom Studios has been killing it with the comics
Oh
ever
yeah,
since they acquired them in 2016. I mean, honestly, if Netflix wanted an easy animated series, just adapt the comics. Just
yeah.
start with that Mighty Morphin.
That's the
Of
easy way
course,
to
I would
do
I
it.
would much rather prefer see a new original story. But I'm just saying it would be so easy for Netflix to do something like that. So
Then
I don't
neither
know.
that or neither that or the Hyperforce. Who knows?
I would love a Hyperforce um animated series
Make it
simply
happen.
just to get people to shut up about it not being canon. Even though it clearly is. I mean, they've shown up in the video games, they've shown up in the comics. The whole point of the team is that they're able to travel through the universes and times and stuff like that. So they were literally made to cross dimensions. They crossed over with the RPM Rangers. They crossed over with the comics. They crossed over with people from our universe. So I think that whole argument's very very silly. But yeah, Larry, is there anything else you would like to discuss before we wrap things up here today?
Book it, Netflix. Hasbro,
Book
don't fumble
book
the
it,
ball.
Netflix. Ranger Academy, let's go.
Ranger
Let's make an
Academy, let's do it.
animated series. That would be awesome. But yeah, I think that pretty much concludes things for this week's edition of the Ranger Wrap Up. Tune in next week. We should be back at our normal time on Saturday. We just had some scheduling conflicts get in the way this week. But next Saturday, we should be good for another edition of the Ranger Wrap Up where we will be reviewing episode 2 of Cosmic Fury. We got another deep dive coming in. So thank you all so much for watching and stay tuned for more here on the Illuminerdi YouTube channel.